It's June 5th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today, we have a swimsuit born from an atomic age, a simple excursion that changed the way we travel, and a photographic pioneer whose legend nearly vanished with him. Let's begin. On July 5th, 1946, a tiny piece of fabric caused an explosion in Paris. At a swimming pool, French designer Louis Reard prepared to unveil something the fashion world had never seen before. It was a two-piece swimsuit, so daring for its time that professional models refused to wear it. So he hired a 19-year-old dancer named Michelina Bernardini. The swimsuit used only about 30 inches of fabric. It exposed the navel, broke nearly every rule of modest fashion, and was advertised as the world's smallest bathing suit. And the name was even stranger. Just days earlier, the United States had tested the atomic bombs at Bikini Atoll. The world was still shaken by the images of nuclear power, destruction, and an invisible force. So, he named his creation the Bikini. He believed the impact would be just as explosive, and he was right. The reaction was immediate. The Vatican condemned it, several countries banned it from public beaches, and to some, it was too scandalous. But once the shock faded, the Bikini refused to disappear. Movie stores wore it, photographers chased it, and the public argued over it. A swimsuit named after a nuclear test became one of the most recognizable designs in the world. On July 5th, 1841, a train left Leicester carrying hundreds of people towards something that did not have a name. There was 570 passengers on board, bound for the Temperance Rally in Loughborough, England. The journey was only about 11 miles, and the fare was only 1 shilling. The man behind it was Thomas Cook, a Baptist missionary and a temperance advocate who wanted to give the working-class Victorians an escape from the heavy drinking that haunted 19th century Britain. To him, it was not a vacation, it was reform on rails. But as the train moved through the English countryside, something unexpected was beginning. Cook had unknowingly created the first organized package trip in history. The idea was simple but powerful. One ticket, one planned route, one group of ordinary people going somewhere together. Within a few years, he was organizing paid excursions across Britain. Then came travel brochures, prepaid hotels, meal coupons, and early forms of traveler's checks. What began as a short moral outing became a machine that changed the world. On July 5th, 1833, the man who captured the world's first surviving photograph died almost forgotten. His name was Nicephore Niepce. Years earlier, in a quiet room in France, he had placed a polished pewter plate inside a camera obscura. The plate was coated in a substance called bitumen of Judea. He pointed it outside the view of his window and waited, not for seconds, but for hours. As the sun crawled across the sky, light slowly burned an image into the surface. Rooftops, walls, shadows, and empty air became trapped in metal. The result was called The View from a Window at Las Graces. It was ghostly, almost unreadable, but it was real. Desperate to improve the process, he partnered with Louis Daguerre in 1829, but before photography could become famous, he suffered a stroke and died penniless with little recognition. Then, Daguerre's name rose and his faded. His original plate passed through private hands and nearly disappeared from history until it was rediscovered in 1952. Today, the fragile image survives in Texas, the first ghost of a camera age. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.